Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about leaving the narcissist. That moment when we actually decided that we're going to do it. We're going to say sayonara and never look back. It sounds simple, right? But it's not. Not at all. Leaving the narcissist is probably the toughest thing that you will ever have to do. You can't expect it to go clean and easy because it won't. But it'll be far less messy if you educate yourself before you decide to hit the road. So the best way to leave a narcissist is to come up with a well thought out plan of escape and make sure everything is in place, at least to the best of your ability, before you take action. Now, in a perfect world, this may be possible, but in reality, your escape will not go perfectly as planned. You actually will be lucky if it goes half as well. However, planning is still essential. The other half of the equation, which will help tremendously, is what you do after you leave. In order to be effective, you must stay gone. You must go entirely no contact with the narcissist if possible. If you are married to a narcissist mate and have minor children, this will not be an easy feat. In fact, it will likely be impossible. But limiting communication with the narcissist as much as possible is not only important, but it's critical. You'll have to deal with court proceedings, and you'll have to take particular care in how you leave your partner and how you handle yourself throughout the process. For instance, you can't just disappear with the kids and never return. Unfortunately, the legal system identifies this as kidnapping. Obtain legal representation, confide in an experienced family law attorney about what you and your family have truly been going through, and work closely with this individual step by step until you can complete the separation, at least on paper. The most important thing to remember is that the narcissist will try to perform a discard. He will need to. And he will do anything and everything possible to get you to fall for it, to come back just long enough to be annihilated. If you fall into his trap, things will only get worse. So it's essential you remember that this time, more than ever before, the individual who is truly behind the false facade, he will try to pull out all the stops, particularly since the narcissist knows why you're leaving. Okay, he knows. He's been exposed, and his ego is bruised. He knows that he will have to up his game and be extra tricky to convince you to return. If you have minor children and you return, even just for one day, forget about full custody. I hate to say it, but it's going to be really, really tough. The narcissist will do anything he can to make you look like a terrible parent. So he'll say you're an avid substance user, that you physically harm them, that you neglect the children, whatever it takes. And the narcissist is a very skilled actor. You know this. You know this more than anyone. He is extremely convincing. So don't think for 1 second that he can't fool the court. And it's better to be safe than sorry. Saying goodbye to an abuser not only takes planning, but it takes courage and strength. Trust your instincts and remember that you know the narcissist more than your friend and your family members do. If they are willing to help you throughout the process of leaving, wonderful, excellent. You need that network and support system. But stay on your toes and trust your own internal compass and decision-making more than the advice of others, especially if it's conflicting. Expect for him to reach out to your loved ones, expect for him to fault you for the breakup, and expect others, even those closest to you, to second-guess your perspective after talking to the master manipulator. But you must stay strong, get out, and stay out. Prayers and blessings always, friends.